We know that many of you have enjoyed and do enjoy playing Five Nights at Freddy's. It was a success in all its sequels. We have a video on the channel based on the game's own history. If you haven't seen it yet, we'll leave the card here. Given the popularity that continues to grow, many of you continue to ask us for new stories about the terrifying animatronics. As always, your wishes are orders, Tiktakers. In summer, my town is filled with attractions where children and adults have fun in rides, inflatables, and stalls with all kinds of products. It has always been one of my favorite times of the year. However, in this case, it's not going to be as much fun. I take advantage of the holidays to accept some jobs and get some extra savings to pay for my studies. This year, I have been a security guard at one of the attractions. I will be more than ever in an attraction. But I will be seeing others have fun while I guard. My first day of work was the second day of the fair. The attractions were still closed, but they had asked me to go a little earlier to see how they worked. The one I was going to work on looked great. It was a kind of dark labyrinth with the characters from Five Nights at Freddy's. The truth is that as a modern house of terror was very original. When I arrived, my boss and the previous security guard were in the camera room. The boss patted him on the back and tried to cheer him up, but his face was totally upset. When my arrival was noticed, the owner changed his expression and welcomed me. He told me that Kevin, the previous guard, could no longer work with them and that he would be in charge of explaining to me what I had to do. Kevin told the man softly that he couldn't. He wanted to leave. I assumed that something serious had happened to him. He looked very bad. Maybe some family problem? I told him that I learned quickly. In 10 minutes, we would be ready. The boss smiled at me for my good disposition and left us alone. Shaky, Kevin was changing cameras to show me all the interior parts of the attraction. It was very incredible. It seemed that you were inside the same video game, with the rooms of the FREDDY'S pizza restaurant and the characters. The guy was quick to show me how everything worked. But before leaving, he told me something that left me frozen. There's no money to pay for this position. They will not save you. Leave while you can. I didn't know how to react, but before I could say anything, he hurried out of the room without another word. The fair started and the attraction came to life. Visitors entered the dark labyrinth, laughing and shouting with excitement. Meanwhile, I was keeping a close eye on the cameras, making sure everything was in order. However, as the night progressed, I began to notice something strange. In the cameras, the animatronics seemed to move in disturbing ways. I tried to convince myself that it was just my imagination playing tricks on me, but the strange occurrences continued. Visitors reported that the animatronics got too close, that they seemed to follow them with their eyes, even that they had felt their cold hands brushing against their arms. Worried, I decided to stop the attraction for 5 minutes and go into the labyrinth to investigate. What if someone had entered in a disguise and was posing as one of the animatronics? As I entered the dark, narrow rooms, I felt an increasingly oppressive presence. The sounds of shuffling footsteps and laughter filled the air, but I didn't see anyone around me. Suddenly, a dark figure appeared in front of me. It was Foxy, the fox, with his fierce gaze and menacing claw. I backed away in fright, but Foxy relentlessly chased me. I ran desperately through the labyrinth and trying to find a way out, but all the doors seemed to lead to the same corridors. The other animatronics had also joined. In the dim light, his eyes glowed like hot coals, stalking me from every angle. Soon I saw a light. Yes, it was near the exit. I ran with all my might as Kevin's words played over and over in my head. One more step and game over. Some visitors claimed to have heard my screams, but they thought it was part of the horror show. The Five Nights at Freddy's attraction still stands, attracting brave, curious people looking to experience fear. Where am I now? Would you dare to enter this attraction to find out? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you in the next episode!